Hello and welcome to the happy live streaming. I will say, I think with the last week inside Indian football on Thursday was a bit emotional, and that video had lots of rage. Not against the people who are there for Indian football, but people who are there for own personal interest. So I think, and thank you for everyone for giving the love and support, to Indian football, to that video particularly. I can see lots of people, sharing that videos, clips on Twitter, Instagram, WhatsApp, Telegram, everywhere. I can see the clips, but it was great. And I think finally you can say the Supreme Court has also been informed about the facts of this case at the first time in the hearing. So I also had a chat with the law experts, a couple of lawyer who are practicing at Supreme Court, whether who works as a Supreme Court lawyer. So I was discussing with them also, and they told very clear, Supreme Court does not give decision by their own. They give decision based on the facts presented in front of them by all the parties. So, and especially the petitioner or the lawyers and everybody. So today, and I think you have to talk about the role of central government into this. They have a very conflicting role, so we will talk about that. I have exclusive information on the timeline for the FIFA to lift the ban, which I should be sharing with you guys in next couple of minutes. I'm just waiting for the confirmation for the timeline. I will come on the has Supreme Court agreed all the demands of the FIFA. We will talk about that, and of course we're going to talk about detail. We still don't have the full decision out from the Supreme Court website as of now, but of course thank you to the people on livelaw.in, which I am at this time referring to, and there are some shocking quotes on behalf of I will say shocking on behalf of India's football legend and former captain Baiching Bhutia, which is for me is very shocking, the way he has presented himself on the court. And I think this might work negative for him, but central government has told Supreme Court and Baiching Bhutia that they will involve Baiching Bhutia in some type of capacity, in a bigger capacity in Indian football. So I think first of all, congratulations to Indian football fans, I will say, to finally taking that first big step towards getting unbanned from FIFA. And getting banned was big shame for Indian football, and if we would have not hosted this World Cup, it was a bigger shame. And just think about the किसी का कुछ बिगड़ा नहीं other than Gokulam Kerala women's team. They are the team and the management who has paid the cost of this ban on the behalf of everybody, and uske liye I think people need to show support to them. And I think maybe AIFF, the new regime, whoever come, the central government and Supreme Court and COA should come upfront and ask for the cost occurred by Gokulam Kerala to be paid to the Gokulam Kerala management, so that it can spend that money back in the women's football, which they have been spending. And I think they are the one who have paid the cost of this temporary ban on Indian football. So guys, I had just waiting for the confirmation for the FIFA's unbanned timeline, which I will share with you guys in next next 3 to 4 minutes. So let me quickly go through the decision given by Supreme Court in detail first of all, and then I will come to all the questions which you are asking about the constitution friendly games and everything. And I welcome to the everyone on Khel Now TV. This is, I will say, special episode of Inside Indian Football, which we are not naming the Inside Indian Football though, but of course it's a reaction and the details video of the Supreme Court decision on the AIFF administrator, COA and the FIFA ban. We are still don't have the full decision out from the Supreme Court on their website as of now, and that decision need to be sent to the FIFA also. That's the now the role of AIFF acting General Secretary Sunanda Dhar, which I will also speak about. That AIFF need a new general secretary. I think for a temporary time being till the new committee come, I think Sunanda Dhar should continue doing what he's doing. But I think overall his CV in last couple of years, last 10 years in I-League have been not good. So I think AIFF need a new general secretary, a new face with with the professional and fresh approach at the day-to-day operation of AIFF, because Sunanda Dhar has been part of the old regime. I will like to see the old regime completely going out of the AIFF, not just the president and general secretary, the other people, the other employees who have not worked for these years, who are just comfortably sitting on their chair and not doing their basic things right in their role, should be out of AIFF as soon as possible. So let's not waste the time, as Himanshu Joshi says, for the conclusion of the decision. We'll get back to the conclusion straight away. Just hit the like button, so I'm aware that my audio and video is fine. If you're getting the good audio and video, just hit the like button. So straight away, I'm coming back to the FIFA's letter on the 15th of August, which they have signed after banning India, and it clearly said the two demands they had was the repeal the CUA mandate in full, and the AIFF administrative to be fully charged of AIFF daily affairs. These were the two major demands. And then there was the demands regarding the the draft constitution, the election and everything. But there were the two clear bullet point were mentioned by the by the FIFA, and that Supreme Court has clearly done today, and they have done on the fact by the the mandate submitted by the central government. And I will come to the central government role on this. When this hearing was going on, central government was agreeing to all the points presented by the petitioner and the CEO in the court till the FIFA ban came. So central government didn't have any active role. They should have the active role in the previous hearing also, but they kept quiet. And they agreed in front of Supreme Court whatever CUA and the petitioner said to the Supreme Court. So that's where the major error happened from the central government sports ministry side. This is before the ban, by the way. Of course, they have taken the proactive approach after the ban, but maybe if they were more active in the previous hearing, they are the lawyer and the whatever who are representing the central government and sports ministry in those hearing, this ban could have been avoided. That have been told by the sources close to the development. I'm quoting the sources in this. So now Supreme Court has repealed the CUA mandate in full. They have given the AIFF day-to-day operation back to the AIFF administrator, which is currently General Secretary, acting General Secretary of AIFF, which is Sunanda Dhar. He will take charge of the AIFF election completely. Court have also, and now court is saying the CUA interference was third-party interference, by the way, and CEO is appointed by Supreme Court. That's one thing. So while giving the detail of the decision, I'm also asking some relevant questions. Was the Supreme Court was not informed in the previous hearing, past hearing, that if the CUA remain the charge of AIFF for this long, will be the third party interference, which FIFA has banned multiple countries? That's the major questions for the people who are part of this and who are kind of want to revolutionize, want to change the Indian football. जो कोर्ट में गए थे उन्होंने ये चीज क्लियरली सुप्रीम कोर्ट को नहीं बताई. जो उनको अब पता चल रहा है कि CEO was the third party interference. So they clearly said that the court has also now, of course, when they were told that FIFA Under-17 World Cup will be taken away from India, and they have kept these two things in mind: third party interference, FIFA Under-17 World Cup. So that's the one thing. Supreme Court, central government requested the Supreme Court to kind of end the mandate of CUA, which Supreme Court agreed. उसके अलावा जस्टिस DY चंद्रचूड़ एंड AS बोपन्ना ने जो ऑर्डर पास किया है उसके मल्टीपल लेवल हैं. पहला CEO का मैंडेट फुल में उन्होंने रिपील कर दिया है. सेकंड, एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर्स AIFF को वापस दे दिया है. AIFF एडमिन के ऑपरेशन, डे टू डे ऑपरेशन ऑफ AIFF टू AIFF एडमिन. AIFF election program has been extended by 1 week. Now, the another major demand of FIFA, players will not be part of the electoral college. It will be just compromised by the representative of member association of states and union, which is 35 plus 1, 36. So the returning officers remains. They are doing their work. Court said they are no objection of their work. So that's the third major decision in this case. And they have also said the draft constitution, which is put together by the CUA, will be still used, but there will be change on that draft constitution, like removing the players from electoral college. These kind of changes will be done as per the FIFA's and AFC demand. So they have requested the senior advocate Gopal and advocate Samar Bansal to assist the court to the to find the solution on that. So that's the major thing. AIFF election deadline, which was 28th of August, has been extended by 1 week. That's one. As we are already aware, the executive committee of AIFF, which will be comprised of 23 people, 17% will be president, vice president and treasurer, shall be elected by the representative of 38 members. 6 will be from the eminent players, which FIFA have no issues with. So 6 players will be picked as the co-opt members of this executive committee with the proper voting rights they will have in the committee. उसके अलावा the court will consider subsequent order. They will come to the subsequent order. The central position was very clear in this, represented by Tushar Mehta. By the way, they have clearly told that that World Cup will be taken away from India and Indian players will be not participated in the international tournaments, which we already see with Gokulam Kerala what happened. So that central position, the change of the central government position in this case has kind of allowed Supreme Court to give this decision in this detail and in hurry, by the way. And I think which central would have taken this position earlier, would have they been proactive earlier, this ban would have not come. Now the coming on this, the lawyer who was representing the state association have not given any objection to the central proposal. Same, the lawyer who representing the FSDL also said they don't have any issue. Now here is very interesting part which is coming out in this case is stand of India's former captain Baichung Bhutia. Baichung Bhutia has clearly told court that he is standing with the CUA proposal to give 50% representation to the eminent player in the electoral college. And I think this is major stand which the Bhutia has taken. The Basant, the lawyer which was representing the Baichung Bhutia, has clearly said that they have objection of the what central government is saying in this. Baichung Bhutia and there was किसी ने बोला कि Baichung Bhutia can be used by someone if players have 50% voting, which they have gone against that. Baichung Bhutia has been concerned. Baichung Bhutia has removed the vested interest from football administrative. He said, I have captained for India for 7 years, 100 plus matches with vested interest. There is no chance for players like me to be part of the administrative, he has said. But we'll come to the but part later on. But he also said very interesting thing. I'm double quoting Baichung Bhutia statement in written submitted to Supreme Court. India hosted under 17 men's World Cup 4 years ago. Did the Indian football improve after that? India is ranked 104th in the world. There is no chance of India qualifying for the FIFA World Cup. So he is saying there is no chance for India for qualifying for the FIFA World Cup. I would rather have reforms than have tournament hosted. Would rather have India qualify for the World Cup. So he wants to say that let's remain banned for a couple of years, do the reforms, and then then maybe India will qualify for the FIFA World Cups. He is saying that let's stop playing football and and let's have the reforms and then maybe India qualify for the FIFA World Cup. So that's the statement from India's former captain Baichung Bhutia. The CUA stand now they're saying they have no intention of clinging on. They took the objection to the tone and the tenure of the FIFA letter, which suggested that the court orders are third party interference, and that's the clear on the FIFA eyes. They have clearly mentioned from very first day that they will not take the third party interference lightly, and CEO said, if we are third party, Supreme Court is also third party, and which FIFA has clearly said. And they said that people went to FIFA and told them there was no agreement. They, of course, they presented their side. He also said that FIFA wants to review the lawyer representing CEO said that FIFA wants to review the constitution even if it is finalized by the Supreme Court. He also brought the attention of the court-centric forensic audit reports regarding AIFF, which is just the sponging of the funds, which is very important. I think if funds have been misused, that need to be brought in the light, and which CEO should have done in the three months tenure. I'm still surprised though why those details were not presented to the Supreme Court till now, so that and in response, the Secretary General submitted the Sports Ministry is ready to look into the issue of misappropriation of mismanagement of funds, and the criminal prosecution can be carried out under the monitoring of Supreme Court. So central government, Sports Ministry are clearly told if the misuse of funds have been taken place, they will monitor this, do all the checks, and the Supreme Court, they will present the facts to the Supreme Court. Now Rahul Mehra, who was the petition in this case, has said that disbanding the CEO have an impact on other sports federation like Indian Hockey Federation, Indian Olympic Association, which also has been placed under the CEOA. So Rahul Mehra says that if they disband the CEO, it will impact the other cases of regarding same. He has said that this position has been created by the ousted President Praful Patel, and his people argued court to come down heavily on them. I think which if people like Praful Patel and other people have gone to FIFA and requested to ban us, I think that should be brought to the in front of Supreme Court, and that can be a criminal offense against these people. Kapil Sibal, who was representing Praful Patel, said that he has no interest in Praful Patel has no interest in holding any position in the AIFF, and due to the bar on person who have posted for 3 terms, which has been inducted in the bylaws, so he cannot be president anymore. I don't want any position. I brought FIFA Under 17 World Cup. I want to be held, Sibal said. But this is of course quoting Praful Patel. And which Rahul Mehra said, Praful Patel also brought the suspension. Sibal also submitted that he is the elected member of FIFA Council. In response, the other lawyer said that Patel has been at FIFA by the virtue of AIFF president. If he is no longer the AIFF president, he can't be FIFA Council member. Sibal submitted that he has been elected to FIFA, was not nominated. Important point. So this is the summary of the decision, and I think it's great that Sports Ministry has gone on record and said that they will take care of the mismanagement of the funds in AIFF, which I know has happened, and which I have been talking on my shows for very long. Funds have been not utilized proper, and it's great that Supreme Court will also take care of that. Now इसको मैं हिंदी में भी समराइज कर देता हूं. बोनी पॉल जो कह रहे हैं उसके बारे में मैं थोड़ा सा एक समराइज कर देता हूं जल्दी से हिंदी में कि क्या हुआ है क्या नहीं हुआ है. सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट ने आज एक अपना मैंडेट सबमिट किया सुप्रीम कोर्ट में, एंड सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट अगर पहले प्रोएक्टिव होती तो शायद ये बैन भी नहीं होता. पहले वो सब कुछ एग्री कर रहे थे सीईओ एंड दी पिटिशनर की डिमांड में. उनके लॉयर इतने एक्टिवली पार्ट नहीं ले रहे थे इन डिस्कशंस में. जब फीफा ने इंडिया को बैन किया, उन्होंने क्लियरली 2 कंडीशन सबमिट की थी कि अगर आपको अनबैन करना है तो फीफा को रिपील करिए सीईओ का मैंडेट, एंड एआईएफएफ के एडमिट ऑपरेशंस आप एआईएफएफ को वापस कीजिए. which central government recommended Supreme Court that this should be done, and Supreme Court has agreed clearly that the CEO is the third party interference. I am surprised, मैं surprised हूँ कि Supreme Court को inform नहीं किया गया पहले कि CEO को third party interference होगा फीफा की नज़र में. जो अब उनको inform किया गया है तो उन्होंने माना है कि CEO has been third party interference. पहली चीज. सेकंड चीज उन्होंने बोला है कि एफएफ के सारे एडमिन ऑपरेशंस बैक कर दें एफएफ को. थर्ड चीज उन्होंने इलेक्शंस की डेडलाइन 1 वीक आगे कर दी है. उसके अलावा उन्होंने जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन बनाया है उसके ऊपर चेंजेस होंगे ऑफ कोर्स बिकॉज उसके ऊपर चेंजेस होंगे बिकॉज फीफा की अपनी डिमांड्स है तो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में चेंजेस हैं. वो चीज़ है। उसके अलावा सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने जब बोला गया कि मिसयूज हुए हैं फंड सीईओ की तरफ से एआईएफएफ, जो उन्होंने सरप्राइजिंगली कोई इन्फॉर्मेशन आई नहीं है बाहर, उनको इन्फॉर्मेशन लानी चाहिए थी, तो स्पोर्ट्स मिनिस्ट्री ने क्लियरली बोल दिया है कि दे विल लुक इनटू दिस मिसयूज ऑफ फंड्स एंड विल प्रेजेंट द फैक्ट टू द सुप्रीम कोर्ट। एक ये चीज है। उसके अलावा उन्होंने बोला कि जो सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने जो डिसीजन है, मेजॉरिटी डिसीजन केम बिकॉज थर्ड पार्टी इंटरफेरेंस, फीफा अंडर 17 वर्ल्ड कप जा रहा है। उसके अलावा बाइचिंग भूटिया ने बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग बात बोली कि मुझे फर्क नहीं पड़ता, फुटबॉल को बंद कर दीजिए, टूर्नामेंट होस्ट करने से कुछ नहीं होगा, लेट्स डू द रिफॉर्म एंड देन मे बी इंडिया विल क्वालिफाई फॉर द फीफा वर्ल्ड कप। तो ये एक नलिफाइड समरी है हिंदी में। मैं क्योंकि काफी लोग इंग्लिश हिंदी कर रहे हैं, बट मेरा फर्ज बनता है कि हिंदी में भी बताना अगर लोग हिंदी में इंफॉर्मेशन चाह रहे हैं। तो ये एक समरी है। अब काफी लोग देख रहे हैं, मैं आपको बता दूं जो मेरे पे इंफॉर्मेशन आने वाली थी वो इंफॉर्मेशन आ चुकी है। द मोमेंट सुप्रीम कोर्ट का डिसीजन फीफा को सबमिट, आई विल कम बैक इन इंग्लिश, सॉरी, द मोमेंट AIFF submit the FIFA decision to the Supreme Court, I am told FIFA is likely to unban India in next 48 to 78 hours. This is the exclusive information I have for you guys. The moment the Supreme Court decision in full, which I am checking on regularly on their website, will be out and submitted to the FIFA, FIFA is likely to unban India in next 48 to 78 hours after the decision submitted to the FIFA from AIFF side. सुप्रीम कोर्ट का जो डिसीजन है, अगर जब भी वो आता है रिटन डिसीजन, वो सबमिट होता है फीफा के पास नेक्स्ट 48-78 आवर्स में, उसके डिसीजन सबमिट होने के 48-78 आवर्स में इंडिया इज लाइकली टू बी अनबैन। That's the breaking news. That's a good news for everybody on this chat and watching this video. So, as I have already gone through the complete decision, not complete, but the summary of decision which is there on the livelaw.com website. So, thank you to those guys for presenting this information. We are still waiting for the information, the final decision to come on the Supreme Court website, which is not there as of now. जैसे ही वो डिसीजन आता है, आई थिंक फैंस शुड बी ओवर ऑन टॉप ऑफ इट. AIFF has to submit the decision to the FIFA. The moment the decision goes in writing to FIFA, I am told the ban will be lifted in the 48 to 78 hours after the decision submitted to the FIFA. So ये इंफॉर्मेशन है, गुड न्यूज है, आपको जैसे देखना. अब मैं आता हूं कमेंट सेक्शन की तरफ, और अगर आपको भाई इतनी अच्छी इंफॉर्मेशन एक गुड न्यूज दी है, मैंने तो उसके लिए लाइक तो खरीदो, 110 लाइक हैं, ओनली 202 पीपल आर वाचिंग. सो लेट मी कंप्लीटली, एक सुपर चैट भी है विच आई थिंक आई शुड रीड, बहुत ऊपर चली गई है. विक्रम सेज, विल मोहन बगान अलाउड टू प्ले AFC कप एंड फीफा AIFF रिक्वेस्ट? Most likely the ban will be lifted in next 48 to 78 hours after the submission of the decision from Supreme Court. Vikram Hore, thank you for 40 rupees super chat. They will be allowed to play. अब मैं comments लेता हूँ. I will try to take all the comments, relevant comments. I'm sorry if I'm not able to take all the comments. कोशिश करूंगा सारे comments लेने की. And जो मेरे से ट्रांसफर न्यूज पूछ रहे हैं, दिस इज नॉट द वीडियो टू बी आस्क्ड, प्लीज वो बाद में कर लेंगे. CEO इज स्टैंडिंग फॉर द गुड ऑफ इंडियन फुटबॉल, वी शुड नॉट मेक द वॉइस ऑफ रिटर्न of Praful Patel who dragged down the rise of Indian football. Yes, so now let's come on the CEO. SED Kerala. What CEO has done well? I will come, and CEO has opened their door to all the people who wants to talk to them. In last 3 months, their doors to the people who wants to do something in Indian football were opened by CEO. CEO met lots of the people. Nobody is saying the CEO has done everything wrong. CEO are not people who are aware of day-to-day function of AIFF, FIFA. Somebody one need to inform them, what is wrong and what is right in the eyes of FIFA. They were misinformed, and those misinformation came from the advisor side. So CEO, the lots of good things were there part of the draft constitution of AIFF which CEO recommended. Those things should stay there. But things like, and this I went in the previous video on Thursday, you can't go against your parent body, in this case FIFA. If FIFA doesn't want eminent players to be part of the electoral college, you can't keep electoral college formed by eminent player in the draft constitution of AIFF. So they have done lots of things good, but those good things are kind of hidden now because they also brought the ban on India. जो उन्होंने अच्छा काम किया वो छुप चुका है बिकॉज ऑफ बैन इंडिया के ऊपर आ गया है. अगर somehow CEO knows that there is a limit also the way they want to operate, फीफा के अगेंस्ट जाए बिना अगर उन्होंने जो जो छोटे छोटे रिफॉर्म्स थे, इंपॉर्टेंट रिफॉर्म्स अगर वो करते, तो दे वुड बी हेल्ड एज अ हीरो. नाउ द बिकॉज फैंस आर ऑल्सो इमोशनल्स, just like me also being emotional about Indian football. वो बैन जो इंडियन फुटबॉल के ऊपर आया है, that has kind of hidden the good work done by CEO. CEO has done good work in last 3 months, but the ban will be their biggest achievement, or you can say, fault also, biggest fault. Supreme Court will agree on all the reforms. Supreme Court has already approved the draft constitution approved by COA. So they don't have any issue with the reforms, introduced by COA. It's just the FIFA's and AFC recommendation has to be done in the draft constitution. After Praful Patel, Bajaj, here come next one, Bhutia, because of CEO India gets banned, only loss for Gokulam. And I think Gokulam Kerala should be refunded by COA, Supreme Court, Central Government, AIFF for all the expenses. All the expenses which they have done for this tournament, and so that they can spend that money again on their women's team. And I think Murnal asked, what do you think the reason and logic behind? But I think Bhutia has done the more negative for him. CEO will move on, Rahul Mehra will move on, but I think Bhutia is former Indian captain, he will be there in Indian football. This stance of Bhutia looks like a politically motivated that let's remain banned, let's do the reform, forget about FIFA. Baiching Bhutia should remember also that he became Baiching Bhutia because he played for India. What about Indian players who will not play for India in these years? So, and central government has told Baiching Bhutia that he will be involved in the bigger capacity at AIFF. So that's a great news. Will we be able to play friendlies against Vietnam and Philippines? Hopefully, the moment that written decision goes to the FIFA, we should be unmanned in 48 to 78 hours. All the limitation which has been put on Indian football, including friendlies, FIFA Under-17 World Cup, Kerala Blaster pre-season tour, international friendly for Indian team, will be lifted. AFC Cup will all the ban on Indian football will be lifted in next 48 to 78 hours when the written decision of Supreme Court will submit it to the FIFA. What about cleaning of state affairs and holding them accountable? I think that should be the next big thing in Indian football, because AIFF in their whatever, I'm not saying AIFF have worked 100% to the capacity in past, they worked 20 to 30%. State federation has not even worked 5% of their capacities. I think not a single, maybe couple of them. I will say Mizoram State FA have done very good in their development of football in their state. Recently Kerala FA has been very active in their state. Goa Federation has been mixed off. There's a lots of politics in Goa Federation also, so can't say, but they have a good structure of football in their state. I'm not sure other than these state FAs, maybe Meghalaya, they have a decently done well in past also. Other than the football Delhi, in recently they're trying to do stuff which have some question marks again by the people. I'm not sure any state federation in India has done 5 to 10% of their capacity work. So now AIFF need to change, but state federation who are the grassroots level need to also change. It's 40 to 78 hours. Yeah, 48 to 72 hours. 78 6 घंटे ज़्यादा लगा लो यार, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. 48 to 78 hours, I think once the written decision, because 6 घंटे का इसलिए दिमाग में रहा है, the time difference between India and Switzerland is also there. Our FIFA ranking will remain same, or we'll start again from the last place. Our FIFA ranking will remain same. That's what I'm aware of. We have to check. Rahul Mehra said Women's AFC Champions League is not a great tournament. That's all tell you about the football knowledge. It's not about a great tournament. It's an opportunity for Indian women's footballers who don't get many games to play. And these are the important official games for them to play. Now coming on Supreme Court and telling कि भैया important ही नहीं है, बंद कर देते हैं दुकान सर, घर पे बैठ जाते हैं. We all do the reform. That's it. Reform. Sports बंद ही कर देते हैं. It's not players' fault that politicians were involved in Indian sports, Indian football. It's not football club's fault. The reforms need to go parallel to the sports. Sports के साथ में parallel ही जाना, sports को बंद नहीं कर सकते. Many state heads are just a copy of Praful Patel, power hungry people sacrificing the growth of Indian football. That's why CEO wants influence of eminent players. SED Kerala, maybe that could have been done in a way that that eminent players, just like are part of the executive committee of AIFF, they need to be part of the executive committee of state affairs, and maybe these things need to be done. And as I said, COA has not done everything wrong. It's just the good things done by them are now kind of hidden behind the ban they have brought on Indian football from FIFA. Can Indian ban will be lifted in time before SAF under man championship? I think ban will be lifted in next 48 to 72 hours. Neil, don't worry about it. Let's wait for the official decision from Supreme Court to come out. Who are the nomination possible candidates for AIFF president? There will be more nomination now coming for sure. That's one. And दो नॉमिनेशन आने वाले हैं और क्योंकि एक हफ्ता बढ़ा दिया गया है. As of now, Baiching Bhutia's nomination and Velenka Churchill nomination has been rejected by the RO officer appointed by Supreme Court. So only 5 people now are, as they're currently standing for the elections, is Kalyan Chaube, former Indian footballer and the politician. He is also from BJP. And Mr. N.A. Harris, another politician from Karnataka FA. Dr. Saji Prabhakaran, Football Delhi FSD, Football Delhi president, former FIFA executive, Central Zone and South Asian Zone head. Mr. Ajit Banerjee, politician from close to Mamata Banerjee, and Baiching Bhutia, president, ex-footballer. So if you see the list, there are 3 people who are related to football in this list. Is Kalyan Chaube, Saji Prabhakaran and Baiching Bhutia, out of which Kalyan Chaube is currently politician. Baiching Bhutia has fought elections in past, and he's ex-footballer and you can say ex-politician, has won election also. I'm not sure, I have to check that. Ajit Banerjee and N.A. Harris are clearly a politician. So these 5 are the, FIFA's AIFF president nomination who people have filed and approved by RO officers. So उसके अलावा वेलंका का जी रिजेक्ट कर दिया है the nomination by the RO. तो ये एक clear list है. I think there will be maybe a couple of more nominations filed in next 1 week because 1 week की window बढ़ा दी गई है. Why agency will do investigation of misuse of funds like CBI, ED, etc. Will anyone get arrested? As of now, no agencies have been named by Sports Ministry. They have told that they will investigate in the guidance of Supreme Court. So let's see, will Supreme Court, with Supreme Court or Sports Ministry transfer this case to CBI or ED or something like this. Can Praful Patel contest the election again? He cannot contest the election again. Center is close contact with FIFA. What do you think? FIFA ban will be lifted soon. अब election कैसे होंगे? Process बताओ. Ban 48 to 78 hours after the written decision submitted to the FIFA. That's one. Elections का process अब players vote नहीं करेंगे. State federations and जो union territories है वही vote करेंगे. 5 लोग हैं अभी तक प्रेसिडेंट के इलेक्शन लिस्ट में. उसके अलावा 1 हफ्ते की डेडलाइन बढ़ा दी गई है सारी डेडलाइंस को. दैट्स वन. Do you have a estimate losses incurred by Gokulam Kelra? Who should compensate them? I think we can request Gokulam Kelra to come on front on that. But I think as of now, no one. And I think fans should demand AIFF, central government and COA and Supreme Court somehow come in front and give the funds which has been utilized to prepare Gokulam Kelra women's team should be given back to the Gokulam Kelra. I am not by whom, but should be given back. That Supreme Court need to decide. What about the confirmation from an article that said India friendly Vietnam cancelled? I have to check. I think these are the all latest information, and I'm very honest, Kunal, I was not following up the friendlies and the transfers and all kind of stuff. My whole focus was always on this, and I think before coming live, I just tried to follow up with a source close to the FIFA, who is working with FIFA right now, by the way, and they told that FIFA is desperately also waiting for the the formal decision from the Supreme Court to come, so that they can start the process to unban India, because the Under-17 World Cup still has the clouds over it, Women's World Cup, so they don't want to be that, and they want to make sure the preparation for this goes on the good way. Who should be the next AIFF president? I think I will take anybody between Kalyan Chaube, Baiching Bhutia and Saji Prabhakaran, just because they have been linked with Indian football in past or in present. I think I will take any one of these 3. एंड बिकॉज आई एम नॉट वोटिंग बट आई विल टेक एनी। रंजीत बजाज का AIFF प्रेसिडेंट के लिए नॉमिनेशन फाइल कर सकते हैं? He can. I think he has a club. And if Delhi FC का club है, if he owns that club, he can be nominated by Delhi Football Association. By the way, so if he wants, he can file the nomination. When was the Gokulam match? There any chance of playing? I don't think Gokulam will play. I think that is done and dusted. Northeast United will not able to sign any foreign player to play. They will able to sign all the foreign player. Don't worry. What's the change in draft constitution? I think change will be all these only. The electoral college given to the players, that will be taken away. There will be a couple of more stuff that needs to be go in detail before I can say what will be the actual change. Why only state federation will vote? They are all corrupt. What's the point of the reforms then? Because that's how FIFA works. That's how AFC works. They don't want to change the core ideology behind how FIFA works. And R. Sharma, if you missed the next Thursday, previous Thursday Inside Indian Football, I have told if the FIFA allows ex-players to vote in the AIFF president election, that can be used against FIFA by say former player like Drogba. You know, he comes in tomorrow and file a court case in the international court saying, you know, just like India, let's give the former players 208 former players voting rights to the FIFA president elections. FIFA doesn't want that. As simple as that. So that it cannot be changed. What about the ISL issue? Is it sorted? What is the ISL issue? I'm not aware of it. If you can put it, that will be great. Sarji, thank you, Indian football fan, for all the love. Will Praful Patel gonna resign? I'm not sure he's going to leave any position at AFC and FIFA. As the Kapil Sibal has told in the Supreme Court, he has not been nominated. He has been elected to those positions. Is ISL stay first division? ISL will stay the first division. And I think that would have been stayed in even if the CEO was the part of it. Yes, Kerala Blaster can play the preseason friendlies now. Just have to wait for the official confirmation for FIFA to unban India. Any more question? Is weightage of vote in? It's very weightage of vote is equal. Patriotic guy, don't worry about it. Every FA has one vote. That's one. Why the state FA will that have taken? When will the Gokulam? That's I've already taken. Any more questions, guys, so that we can end this? And thank you for coming live with us on this short notice. But I hope I've cleared every details as of now. I have given my opinion on the president election. Will there be action against football state body where a member has already exceeded a term or age limit? Of course, there will be no action, but his position will be nullified and the state affairs will be asked to choose those position again. Any more questions, guys? Should team be able to participate? PSU team will be able to participate in tournaments. I think they should be. They have been part of Santosh Trophy, but not sure they will be part of I League or ISL. You know, as such as that. But all the confirm. So I think most of the questions and doubts I have taken. If any more doubts in last 2-3 minutes before we can, we'll talk about, can rejected candidate reapply for president post? I think they can. I'm sure, but I'm not sure because with the Goa FA have an issue. Velanka, I'm not sure she will be able to file or not. What was 50% players voting rights? That is now gonna be 30%. That voting rights was for the elections. The 30% voting rights are for the for the executive committee. Is there any change in ISL format? I don't think there will be change in ISL format. Can Kerala play off? They can play on official friendly for sure. I think of course you can of course go to khelna.com for all the latest information whenever the breaking news come. दीपक दास, उसके लिए आप टेलीग्राम पे हमारा चैनल सब्सक्राइब कर सकते हैं रियल टाइम नोटिफिकेशन के लिए. ट्विटर फॉलो कर सकते हैं, इंस्टाग्राम फॉलो कर सकते हैं, एंड यू कैन ऑल्सो फॉलो मी ऑन 7 नेगी आशीष. वी जस्ट वेटिंग फॉर FIFA to get the hopefully FIFA get the official decision from Supreme Court and then they will start the process to unban India. What was the reform that if state? I think those were R. Sharma. The state they won't be able to vote. FIFA don't have any objection to those. That will be there in the draft constitution until unless AIFF remove the AIFF administrator, but that will be there in the draft constitution. Who are the responsible FIFA ban? Give black day to us. Should not be in position in football. Agreed. What about women's under 17 women's coach issue? I think that is that hearing is going on. As Supreme Court has Sports Ministry has already said they will take over all these kind of issues from AIFF and in the guidance of Supreme Court. So I think that will be taken care of Sports Ministry. Why CEO never told about FIFA letter? I'm surprised that CEO, if they're saying they're saying we didn't like the tonality of FIFA letter. So if, as I said in the previous live stream also, these three letters which was written on the one was written on the 25th of July, 5th August. One was written on the 7th August, 25th of July, 5th August. These two letters, if CEO has clearly clearly read properly, they would have not and they would have not taken this FIFA's warning as a joke, and I think that was they have taken as a joke and got India banned. There is a chance of an today I think unlikely. अभी तक सुप्रीम कोर्ट की वेबसाइट पे जजमेंट आया नहीं है. I am regularly checking that myself so that I can also remind people who are responsible. अभी तक डिसीजन आया नहीं. होपफुली शाम तक या रात तक डिसीजन आएगा, उसके बाद वो फीफा के पास जाएगा. So then 48 to 70 hours after that, will a reform made by CFA that is said is compulsory? Those reforms will stay, Kunal. Those FIFA don't have issue with those reforms, but we have to wait for the final constitution to be out before we can confirm that those reforms will stay or not. Is relegation promotion start? Relegation will start from this season. Promotion will be there. Thank you, Overlord, for also joining in for the good news. How state member are selected? Just like AIFF, there's a district state associations at the states, so that's how it's selected. All the bottom half of the district association are formed by the club members of that particular district association. Singapore friendly cancelled NDTV report. I have to wait, very honest Manoj, before we can give any update on the friendlies. As of now 15 September तो election होना मुश्किल है, because एक week deadline बढ़ा दी है Supreme Court ने, but which FIFA will agree to, because they don't have issue with the deadline. The deadline was there because of the CUA. With the administrators are back in the charge, I think they don't have any issue with the deadline. When do you accept ban to be lifted? I think in next 48 hours. If they submit the decision today to FIFA, we should be unbanned by 25th of August. I think 25th of August we should be unbanned. Praful Patel will trouble again if he is at power in AFC and FIFA. But he is clearly mentioned that in Supreme Court that he is elected, not nominated. So I think we can't change the fact. रंजीत बजाज इंटरव्यू भाई कोशिश करते हैं भाई की लाने की स्टूडियो में आफ्टर. आई थिंक कैन बाइचिंग भूटिया कैन कॉन्टेस्ट. एज ऑफ नाउ बाइचिंग भूटिया इज कॉन्टेस्टिंग द इलेक्शंस, बट विद द COA चेंजिंग इट, आई थिंक वी हैव टू वेट फॉर द फाइनल लिस्ट टू कम अप. एंड फाइनल डिसीजन भी सुप्रीम कोर्ट की वेबसाइट पे भी आया नहीं है, तो लेट्स वेट. डू यू थिंक रंजीत बजाज इज अ गुड कैंडिडेट? इफ आई थिंक anybody who's related to Indian football should be a good candidate. So if Ranjit Raj feels so that he can win the election, I think he definitely should fight. But do think about Saji Prabhakaran to post AIFF president. I have not spoken about Saji Prabhakaran a lot in these videos in recent time, because people felt I did his interview that I'm promoting Saji Prabhakaran. I don't have any intention to promote him, by the way. I asked tough questions to him when he was here in the studio. I think Saji has some questions over Football Delhi's decision over by the fans. But if you see his journey, he started as an Indian football fan, former coach, then administrator, worked in the AIFF, worked with FIFA, worked with state association. I think why not? If he can win the election, why not? So I think let's see. And I'm not saying that he should be the president. I already said somebody like Kalyan Chaubey, Baiching Bhutia, or Saji Prabhakaran should be good bet out of those 5. I don't want any full-time politician to be holding the position of AIFF president. When will the draft constitution will revealed? We have to wait, Kunal. I'm still waiting, because until the Supreme Court full decision comes out, we can't say any of these deadline. And as I speak with you guys, I'm already regularly checking those, and what I'm told from the lawyers at Supreme Court, the decisions take time to come out. So अभी तक नहीं आया है, should be out very soon. When is the court likely to publish? That's I'm saying, Alfred, I'm also waiting. Please answer brief for comments. Others, I'm trying to answer as many comments as possible. A correct decision by Supreme Court, I totally agree. A correct decision, which they should have maybe given earlier if they've been informed earlier the way central government have clearly informed Supreme Court about. I-League is being first division, not good for Indian football. Our league system was reaching a state of settlement, says SAD Kerala, agree. CEO agreed to FIFA rule. CEO said, this ban has been brought in by people like Praful Patel and all people, and they said, they were surprised with the FIFA decision, but and they should not be surprised with the Supreme Court decision. What about the criminal contempts? I think which Supreme Court and Sports Ministry has already said, if there is a misuse of funds, if there is anything, Supreme Court and the Sports Ministry will take care of that. Will Steam Match contract will renewed? I think that will be renewed because we don't have any option right now to look for new coach. And Supreme Court and government technically third parties too. Why should they decide what will happen in AIFF according to FIFA? That's what. So Supreme Court and central government are not deciding anything. That's why given everything back to administrator. They have repealed the mandate to the CEOA, and now elections will happen to the National Sports Code, which is of course there by the central government, and AIFF is also part of the body of SAI. They get funds from SAI just like they're part of FIFA, so they have to follow rules of SAI also. Why did the CEO press contempt charges against Praful Patel? If they want, they should. If they feel that Praful Patel has brought ban to the India, I think that should be they form official charges against the Praful Patel. Is Saji Malayali? Yes, he's from Kerala. Can Kerala Blaster play? They can play pre-season now, but hopefully let's wait for the unban to officially come. Then we can hope for they can play. Is there a chance for roadmap to be altered? I don't think so. The roadmap to be altered, मुझे नहीं लगता roadmap alter होगा. I think roadmap will be followed. The promotion will be there from I-League this season. Hopefully, I think if they do that, then I will go against the people if they don't follow the roadmap. People feel that the Twitter people asking me, and previous videos also some comments are there. I will try to respond them personally also. I've been in this Indian football from last 15 years now, and I asking these questions. I asked these questions when ISL came. That why ISL was made number one that time, and I knew when Praful Patel, Kushal Das kept on saying ISL is temporary solution, I-League is number one. I kept on telling people it is not. They're going to make ISL number one. But what my thing is, again we go back to the I-League number one, ISL second, number two. We again have uncertainty for next 10 years. Two wrongs will never make one thing right. If 2014 was wrong, if today we come 2022 and say I-League is number one, ISL is number two, that will be also wrong now. I appreciate that you spoke about truth, honesty in the last live. Thank you, Alfred. I think it's more of a passion. It's nothing about truth. I think people sometimes are right now afraid to give their opinions, especially. And I don't write. I'm not a journalist, so I take the business here at Kerala. I'm do these videos because I've been in Indian football for very long. I thought I need to give my opinions and information to the people. So I don't have a journalist career, so I don't afraid of. If anybody want to hurt that. Your take on Sunandu Dhar, I have very negative take on that. For a temporary time, I think it's fine that he take care of it. Sunandu Dhar as a CEO of I-League has failed, by the way. So he should not be part of the new regime at AIFF. Just like Kushal Das, Praful Patel moved on from AIFF, old regime of people should need to move. They should need to move away from AIFF. The new regime need to come. And that's what I'm saying, Sharad. If 2014 was wrong, 2022 is going to be wrong if you kind of make ISL second division and make I-League top division. Why I-League ISL merger is not possible? Couple of things: financial, clubs, capacities, players, blah blah blah. This is separate topic altogether. But the roadmap is there to merge the league together with the promotion coming up. Derby. We're coming. I think this season I want to come travel. Hopefully works allowed. But let's see how the Pro Kabaddi League ISL schedule comes, and we'll see. Will central government increase the funding of AIFF? अभी तो funds misuse होने की बात चल रही है. I'm not sure they will going to increase the funds from AIFF to right now currently. Can we pressure AIFF to televise Indian national team friendly? We should. That's the demand, and I think I will tell you guys a story, a small story. As a Khelna, when we did a story of UAE versus there were two friendlies India played in the Middle East. One was UAE and one was Oman, if I remember correctly. And we did a story against telecast were not happening and everything, and we were kind of put on blacklist. We didn't invite it to any press conference. We didn't send any press release from the AIFF side. So fans need to, of course, proactively involved. Sadly, we should not be. We should be getting basic things right, like telecast of a match. So who are the responsible people for the telecast of the match? Those people should be questions. And in previous video, as I kind of put the light into it, people should ask those questions. Northeast right now, they want to get new owner, but right now they're not getting new owner. Why is FIFA ban not give any important by? FIFA ban was given by the important by news channel, but on the negative side, not on the positive side. But Gokulam Kerala president said they don't agree to roadmap. Also, they haven't been officially informed anything by AIFF about promotion relegation. I think when the new AIFF regime comes, that will be the first thing clubs need to ask, that written guarantee for the I League champions to qualify to ISL this season. Bhutia but part. I don't agree to the Bachi Bhutia statement which is given to the Supreme Court today. I think you can't stop football and then then you want to develop Indian football by doing reform. Reforms just can't give you success. You need sports side. Another. Aniket Sawant says I'm ignoring his comment, so I should not. I'm looking for Aniket Sawant comment going up now. Aniket भाई आपका comment नहीं मिल रहा है. If I have 100 comments above now. टेक माई क्वेश्चन. ओके, आपका टेक माई क्वेश्चन वाला कमेंट मिल गया. इसकी जगह आप क्वेश्चन भेजते रहेंगे ना, आई विल एबल टू टेक द कमेंट वेरी इजीली, बिकॉज कमेंट बहुत तेजी से आते हैं. एंड ऑफ कोर्स आई एम आंसरिंग दोस कमेंट्स, समबडीज कमेंट्स. आई कांट आंसर, आई कांट सी द अदर कमेंट्स एट दैट टाइम. अनिकेत, आपका कमेंट मुझे नहीं दिख रहा भाई, एक बार दोबारा भेज दो. आई विल पक्का इस टाइम ले लूंगा. अनिकेत 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 भाई आप दोबारा भेज दो. इन द मेन टाइम लेट मी समराइज एंड दिस स्ट्रीम ऑल्सो. अनिकेत जस्ट सेंड योर कमेंट अगेन, आई विल टेक योर कमेंट, डोंट वरी, बिफोर गोइंग आई विल टेक योर कमेंट. समरी कर लेते हैं. फीफा likely to unban India in next 48 to 78 hours after the submission of the Supreme Court decision to FIFA. That's great news. Second, CUA has been repealed completely by Supreme Court. Third, AIFF admin rights has been given to the back to FIFA AIFF administrator. Fourth, deadline to elections and every each deadlines had been extended by 1 week. Draft constitution will be kind of relooked by 2 lawyers, including the comments of the FIFA and the AFC. तो ये चीज़ है. उसके अलावा इलेक्शन प्रोसेस विल गो एज इट इज गोइंग ऑन. सो ये चीज़ें हैं. समराइज, होपफुली FIFA will unban us in next 48 to 72 hours. होपफुली वो चीज़ हो जाएगा. कैन एनी कोर्ट चैलेंज FIFA बैनिंग इंटरनेशनल कोर्ट? कुछ होने नहीं वाला इंटरनेशनल कोर्ट चैलेंज करने से. FIFA पेरेंट बॉडी. Why national team player who is playing in national team not getting that much money compared to the leagues such as ISL and I League? Why national team player who is playing in national team? किससे मनी नहीं मिल रहा है? नील, कैन यू कम टू दैट? which we talking about, AIFF side or from club side? ISL clubs are given money, brought franchisee, and ISL clubs have given money and almost all are running loss. So what would be your suggestion if you are adding more clubs to league? And that's what the point is. You can't just add 20 clubs all of a sudden. Financially is tough. Quality of players are not there. You have to eventually gradually increase the league, number of clubs in the league. 15 टीम मुझे लगता है आइडियली होना चाहिए 2025 में. 2030 तक it should be 20 teams, and I think 20 teams is a good size for India right now. अनिकेत भाई आप क्वेश्चन भेजिए ना. सेंड योर क्वेश्चन. आई एम जस्ट सेंडिंग, डेलिवेटिंग, आई एम इग्नोरिंग, नॉट इग्नोरिंग योर कमेंट. आई एम नॉट एबल टू सी योर क्वेश्चन. आर यू आर सेंडिंग, व्हाई यू इग्नोरिंग माय क्वेश्चन? वो मुझे दिख रहा है. आई कांट सी योर क्वेश्चन. जस्ट सेंड योर क्वेश्चन. आई एम गोइंग टू एंड दिस स्ट्रीम with your question. What happened to Khel app? Khel app kind of we can't maintain it because we have to manage the funds properly, and maintaining the mobile app at that time was costly affair for us. But hopefully in next 1 year we're going to relaunch the mobile apps and redesign the website. Aniket bhai, waiting for a question. मुझे क्वेश्चन नहीं दिख रहा भाई. How many eminent player will be form of electoral college? No eminent player will be there on the electoral college. Praful Patel was the one who pressurized FIFA to ban India to save his subordinates who are at different position in the AIFF state. I am saying file a case against Praful Patel if he has done so. We need to file it. Besides 35 state association, how many eminent players will form up? Jai Shri Ram, there will be no former player in the electoral college. Only the state association and union territory will be part of the electoral college. I think Saji Prakash is best for AIFF president elections at Bonnie Paul. I think that's a good opinion. Aniket, I'm waiting for a question before to ending the stream. Any chance of 80k more will play in AFC Cup? Don't worry about the time, that will be done. That's applicant. Aniket bhai, send your question. I'm waiting for a question. what will the future of ISL सेंट्रल पूल होगा आगे जाके. आई थिंक इट विल बी देयर इन आगे जाके. आई एम चेंजिंग नेशनलिटी टू जर्मनी सिटी खेला भाई क्यों क्या हो गया. अनिकेत स्टिल वेटिंग योर क्वेश्चन. अरे मेरा क्वेश्चन आंसर कर दो. उत्पल आपका क्वेश्चन क्या है. नॉर्थ ईस्ट साइन हाउ मेनी फॉरेनर्स. आई थिंक 2 फॉरेनर्स दे हैव काइंड ऑफ क्लोज्ड. I have to check all these status because I was in last few weeks of busy with this case. So hopefully this transfers I will get back to now. I think Gokulam Kerala team, women's team cannot play right now. What about Northeastern Cup? That I have to check. Meanwhile, Aniket bhai, where is your question? Everybody is asking. आपका question नहीं मिल रहा. मुझे I have literally gone 200 chat above to see. I can see your take my question, but आपका question नहीं, can't see. Why are you ignoring? Same. Is central pool revenue, broadcasting revenue? Once I think that will be 2 set of revenues, one will be broadcasting, one central pool. So let's see how they term that. We're waiting for those term. अनिकेत भाई गायब हो गए हैं तो उनका क्वेश्चन नहीं ले पाएंगे. सॉरी, मैंने प्रॉमिस किया था जाने से पहले लूंगा. विल Caleb Laster will able to. I think they should be able to play by the, I think 25th of August. I am seeing them. The ban can be uplifted before that. So let's see who are the new nominees in newly approved constitution, new norms. अभी तक कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन अप्रूव नहीं हुआ है. सो वी हैव टू वेट फॉर द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन टू गेट अप्रूव्ड. इट अप्रूव्ड बाय सुप्रीम कोर्ट, नॉट अप्रूव्ड बाय AIFF जनरल कमिटी. सो लेट्स सी. भारत फुटबॉल बचाओ, नॉट अ बैड हैशटैग. CR7 कैन स्पोर्ट्स 18 ब्रॉडकास्ट इंटरनेशनल टीम मैचेस. इंडिया में होने वाले गेम्स ऑफ कोर्स दे कैन बिकॉज दैट FSGL प्रोडक्शन करता है. जब इंडिया बाहर जाती है तो AIFF को राइट्स लेने पड़ते हैं गेम्स के. वो अभी तक ले नहीं पाए हैं राइट्स. अब तक हिस्टोरिकली रहा है जो प्रॉब्लम रहा है. तो इफ दे कैन टेक द राइट्स, एनी चैनल कैन शो इन इंडिया, नॉट जस्ट स्पोर्ट्स 18. Aniket, still waiting for a question, my brother. The only thing happened good for Indian football recently is the new jersey, and it's a banger. Cooperation and privatization is the need for developing Indian football. Your take, I-League was dead and fail. ISL brought life to Indian football. I will not say I-League was dead and fail. I have an opinion about I-League and ISL I've given in past. I-League clubs kept football alive. That's why ISL can take that football over from I-League clubs. From I-League clubs, because I-League clubs के players नहीं होते तो ISL होता ही नहीं. 2014 में players कहाँ से लेके आते आप? Aniket, still waiting for your question, brother. Now any advice given by Bhutia? I would have to rethink about the statement on Under 17 World Cup. I'm not sure. Let's see what he says. 24-hour stream जब तक अनिकेत का क्वेश्चन ना आए. आकाश भाई इतनी हिम्मत नहीं है. Sports 18 best coverage for Durand Cup. Great. I think I have not watched the channel. I am watching games on Voot. I don't have TV, that cable TV at home. I use mobile app, the digital apps to watch football and everything. Do you know why Hockey League was stopped? Can ISL learn anything from it? Hockey League ka Arsenal, I have given the opinion in previous videos also. I have to study it completely. But what I felt also that it was not generating enough revenue in terms of sponsorship. Fans interest was there, but कुछ venues में interest था. I think they will relaunch Hockey League in next couple of years. I feel that. जो प्लेयर नेशनल के लिए खेलते हैं, AIFF कितने पैसे देते हैं? नहीं क्यों कॉन्ट्रैक्ट हम ज़्यादा पैसे नहीं देते हैं और DA मिलता है 1500-2000 के अराउंड दिन का डेली अलाउंस. वही नेशनल टीम में यही होता है. Aniket bhai, still waiting for a question. I am not able to end this stream. Please send your question. Who is favorite for Durand Cup? I think Mohammedan Sporting look good. The way Rajasthan United defeated ATK Mohun, you can't call who is his favorite right now. So let's see. I think who does well. Bangalore FC have their main team. Odisha FC have their main team. So all these ISL clubs, including Mohammedan Sporting, are the favorite. ATK Mohun is lacking finishing. Any chance of foreign number 9 coming? Depending on what happened with their other foreigners. As per Apex Code, 6 players out of 23 administrators will be eminent players. Will they elected by same process by 35 states? They will be co-opted by the state by at the AIFF executive committee. CUA 3 महीने से बैठ के क्या कर रहा है उसको FIFA रूल्स का पढ़ने का भी टाइम नहीं मिला. When will be the corruption in AIFF will be investigated by Supreme Court? I bet Patel will escape jail. I think that will be done by Sports Ministry and Supreme Court now. That has already mentioned. Aniket, we're still waiting for a question. Aniket आ गया, कहाँ आ गया भाई? क्वेश्चन भेज दो अनिकेत भाई. अनिकेत कहाँ है? Will the new constitution be adopted or old one will be continued? Aniket, yes. So आपका क्वेश्चन मैंने फाइनली देख लिया है. Thank you for sending. New constitution will be adopted, which is already approved by Supreme Court. That constitution need to be approved by the General Assembly of AIFF. That's one, according to FIFA. फीफा और एएफसी के जो भी डाउट्स हैं उनको क्लियर करना पड़ेगा, ड्राफ्ट कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में उनको हटाना पड़ेगा, उनको कोई इश्यूज हैं, बाकी सब वैसे ही रहेगा। बट इसमें बहुत बड़ा बट है, वी स्टिल हैव टू वेट फॉर द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन टू कम। अभी तक अप्रूव्ड कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन जो ड्राफ्ट वाला हमने देखा है, नया जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन भी आना बाकी है, जब आएगा तभी मैं आपको ऑफिशियली कह सकता हूं। बट फीफा को बाकी सब चीजों से इश्यूज नहीं था, जो उनके इश्यूज थे वो ऑलरेडी टेकन केयर कर दिए गए हैं। सो आई थिंक न्यू कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन विल बी अडॉप्टेड। अनिकेत भाई, दैट्स योर आंसर टू योर क्वेश्चन। भाई कम टू कोलकाता। दीपक दास, बंद बहुत है भाई, बहुत सारे लोगों से मिलना है। आप गोवा हैव बीन टू मल्टीपल टाइम, आई हैव फ्रेंड्स इन गोवा फॉर इंडियन फुटबॉल फॉर वेरी लास्ट 10 years। कोलकाता में भी बहुत सारे दोस्त यार हैं पुराने, उनसे भी मिलना है, इंडियन फुटबॉल के ही हैं। सो विल वेरी सून विल बी कमिंग। बट इट्स अ प्रॉब्लम टू टेक राइट्स, मनी प्रॉब्लम। किससे राइट्स लेने की बात कर रहे हो, वो देखना पड़ेगा। बट व्हाट टेलीकास्ट राइट्स ऑफ आईएसएल, अभी तक 2024 तक इट विल बी विद 2024 इट विल बी स्टार स्पोर्ट्स। लेट्स सी आफ्टर दैट क्या होता है। KFC should be refunded by AIFF. I think Gokulam Kerala should be. Kerala Blaster have been doing the preseason training. Of course, they can't play preseason friendlies, but I think if they can, of course, charge AIFF for it if they want. By when do you see ban to be completely lifted? I think 25th of August. If आज midnight तक we can submit the decision from Supreme Court. If State Affairs approve this draft constitution, then the same old problem, they won't be approved the goods. Let's see. I think we have to wait. अभी assumption करना सही नहीं रहेगा. Will there be action against people who faked signatures? Oh, I think that should be actions against people with fake signatures. ठीक है, I think the mood is good and very positive. Good news for Indian football. Hopefully corruption will be got caught. I'm very against corruption, so Supreme Court and Sports Ministry have to make sure जिन लोगों ने इंडियन फुटबॉल के लिए गलत काम किया, they should be brought in front of the people so that जैसे हमने बाकी की अगेंस्ट हमने बालों उनके अगेंस्ट भी बोल सकें. So guys, thank you very much. I think Thursday we'll see you again, hopefully with the official confirmation of FIFA and ban, which should come in next 48 to 78 hours. Thank you for all the love and support in last 1 week. Last video of Thursday was done very well. It's a 1.5 hours video, a complete rage and the passionate video from my side, which people have liked. I can see lots of people, lots of people going into Twitter, clipping those videos and using it to inform others about what's going on in Indian football. So I think it's great. So great from everybody of you watching. We'll have a news on the friendlies and everything in next couple of hours. Just wait for a couple of hours for more clarity. I think important thing is Supreme Court upload the decision on their website, and that decision can be sent to the FIFA right now so that India can be officially unbanned. Hopefully that will happen in next 48 hours, 70 hours. Thank you for watching. I will see you guys again on Thursday in the Inside Indian Football episode 6 p.m. Thank you.